Hello. I just want to acknowledge how many of you are here, and I really appreciate you joining my temporary group. You know, I've resisted having a Facebook group for so long, and now I've created a temporary one, and it was so fast to bring people in. So that's been beautiful, just to acknowledge that, and thank you for coming. And what I've come here to do is like a very quick live. I hope my computer, which is saving a last meeting, isn't too noisy. What I've wanted to come in to say is that I can hold you in your power, in your wounding, in the broken bits and the pieces that you're trying to glue back together, but also, yeah, I can hold you in your sort of multi-dimensional, all the pieces that make you who you are, and the way you are on your journey as coming out with your beautiful healing work in the healing arts and wellness practices or whatever you've trained in. Because it's not about the modality you've done. It's about you being able to express your magic in a safe way that makes sense to people, so that people go, oh, I want to try that, what you're talking about. So I think that it was really important to me when my kinesiologist who works with me told me I can hold you in all of your power and what you've done to yourself. Because I have gone to hell and back several times in my life, and I have been without focus, without discipline, without motivation, and I've been in, you know, deep toxicity of different kinds, and I've had to gather all of my pieces to forge myself into this new identity. And I know how hard that is, that holding the cauldron by myself, for myself to forge a new self is something, but to have someone hold the fire for you once you forge yourself is so supportive and helpful. So I'm so happy to do that for you, to help you, you know, just navigate that part where you're aligning all of your pieces. So basically, I think that having our modalities is, the modalities we've trained in are putting a nice box so that other people know that we've done something, but it's also, I think that the training that we do is more about proving to ourselves that we can hold someone's energy consistently. You're creating containers, whether the container that you've learned is, you know, like the first hour of the healing session you do this, and then the second you do that, or you go through the chakras, or you go through certain sequence on the foot or something. That protocol is a container. That means people can enter, they know what's going to kind of happen, you know what's going to happen, and they come out the other end. But you can do the same with an online course. You know, you're creating a container where people arrive and they go through a set of processes and they come out the other end, and then you can describe what that is. And I think that having these containers or protocols it's just a way of helping us focus all of our magic and our power and our spirit into a point, into focus. And so that it becomes easier to channel that amount of power and energy that we have to create an impact for others. So I just wanted to acknowledge that I see you trying to gather all your pieces and putting it in that bullseye. And if you're in a place where you're kind of foggy, or there's like a lack of motivation, or like not sure how to move forward, or the money's not coming in, then in a way there is some sort of lack of alignment. There's a kind of disconnection happening. So it makes it hard for people to grab onto you and to see you and to hold, like, okay, what is she or he offering? So the more you can gather all your pieces, and the more that you can hone in the containers that you create, the more you can relax into beaming your particular magic and power out there, and people will be able to really feel what you're offering and walk into your space or your containers or your videos or whatever and feel safe. And the other part of me saying I can hold you is acknowledging sort of the depth of my experience with energy work. I've been doing aura transformations for 8 years, and that's really drawing in people's unique frequency, unique mix of planet energies and elements and spirit energy into the body. So it's really drawing people's, it's like, I joke that it's like milking the spirits onto the earth plane, which is kind of gross, but it is literally, I have done hundreds and hundreds of aura transformations and had the experience of holding people's spirit energy and allowing it to knit and ground with the body energy. So I have like a pretty vast knowledge base on where people's energies and sort of spirits and spirit frequencies and blueprints come from. I suppose some people call it like being able to read the Akashic records. I don't particularly use that. I've got really powerful remembering in my own bones of being a healer of different kinds thousands of times all over this planet and other planets. So when it comes to working with people's energies or watching videos, I can track and pick up a lot of this information, your unique frequency, your blueprints, planet energy mixes, element mixes, and can start feeling into what it is that I can help you, sort of I can reflect back to you like what it is that you're emitting, or you know what frequency you're sharing with the world, and help you build your work around that. And you know, every time I look at anybody, any client I work with, or anyone I look at, I feel that they are a living library. They are an entire universe unto themselves. No one is similar, energetically speaking. And I find that absolutely fascinating, and that's my jam. So that saying that means that when I work with someone with kinesiology, for example, we're looking at the fact that the information that we're looking for about what's stuck, or you know what's limiting, or what's disconnected or fragmented, it could come from anywhere. It could be this lifetime, another lifetime, a past life. It could be different histories from this world or other timelines. It's a very vast way of working where there are no limits, and we, you know, I can't say in what direction it will go in the kinesiology as a group, because you know, imagine there's 10 to 12, 15 of us or whatever in a room. That's 10 to 15 universes in a room with many timelines and many different energies mixing, not mixing together, but they're in the pot. And what I'm doing in group kinesiology is that you're each in your individual universes, but in the center of our circle, Zoom circle, is going to be common themes and threads emerging that are shared amongst us. And because we're all coming together as healers wanting to be visible with our work, creating more impact, being able to hold more money, more wealth, more clients, more magic, more power, being able to hold space for more and more people, you know, there's going to be common shared themes that come up because we all want the same thing. So yeah, it's super fascinating work. And I've shared today a few testimonials from the last round, but I'm going to share tomorrow. There's about 23 other testimonials that I've made into a really kind of pretty post that I posted like a year ago, which really shows you the power of this container, you know, and you coming on this course is going to show you how to hold a powerful container. You're going to watch me do it, so you can learn a lot just by watching, you know, being able to hold space for that many people and all their complexities, and you know, really get to the root and the cause of these visibility issues, which are very sensitive. You know, when I say I can hold you, I don't say that lightly. I say that from experience and compassion and kindness, but also direct, you know, solid, grounded, fiery directness too. And, you know, visibility stuff can be deep, deep wounding from being neglected or not heard or seen, not respected, and most children aren't in our, you know, if I don't know about now, but let's say in the last 100 years or so, it's not like children have been valued for their contributions, and so it's hard to know, to be comfortable with being seen when maybe you've never been seen before, and you will be seen on this course. The level of support amongst the participants and from myself and Tallulah is incredible. I don't think I've seen any other course that has this level of time and care, and it is a cauldron of, you know, activity. It is an intensive, you know, you've got the coaching calls, and that's like hot seat coaching, which is very much about where you're at, what's going on for you, and we're brainstorming and limitless possibilities are opening up about what you can create. And I'll throw as many ideas or as much myth busting, bullshit detecting energy that I can. You know, I'll question and challenge what isn't true. And then there's the kinesiology, which is powerful energy work with the group, which is just very much, you know, no one misses that because it's, yeah, it's exciting work. And then you get the feedback, and the group groups support each other too. So it's intense, but it's a lot. But you will not be the same. You will not have the same fears, and you will not have the same, you know, the energetics of I'm not good enough, or why should anyone watch me, or please don't watch me. That's gonna shift until you are comfortable, aligned, you understand what you're doing and why, you can speak about it comfortably, you have like a nice little protocol you can apply for every post, video, whatever you're doing, and just go, yeah, I've touched all the bases. I know how to take people on a journey. I know how to create a container. I know how to stand in my truth and to express it without, you know, covering it up. So I'm very excited to welcome you for a chat about the Visibility Gateway. There's a few spaces left. We start, the first week is pretty chilled. The first week is 1 call, not 2. So we kind of start slow and then go, and then slow down towards the end. So the first week is just 1 call on the Tuesday, and 1 call, I think on the last week is also 1 call on the Tuesday, the closing ceremony, which is so beautiful. And everyone wishing each other, you know, infusing each other's dreams with as much power and magic as possible, which is just a beautiful send-off. And yeah, so please get in touch if you want to have a chat with me, ask questions, introduce yourself in the group. It would be lovely to make the most of this group for the next few days. And the entrepreneurial spirit will be available till Friday. Lots of love.